We just got tons of news from Sparking Zero, and let me tell you, there's a lot more to it than just the Bandai Namco trailer that came out. Now, I do want to start with the Bandai Namco trailer because there's things I do want to talk about that are very important, but also, I do want to also explain a little bit about local co-op, because that is definitely something I can explain a lot about, especially the way they explained it in the trailer, because one, I do understand how difficult it can be, and two, I can literally show you how it can be difficult. Now, even though they do show off a little bit of the gameplay that we already know about, the first person mode and all that, I like how they randomly showed the menu for the episode battles, which I think is really unique. I'm not entirely sure what it could be, but it does have a fist, arrows, and of course the final conclusion to that area, so I'm not entirely sure what that could be. I'm assuming the green could be the decision, where you gotta decide which way to go, while the other one is just straight out, you just start fighting, or something. That could be the case, but that is definitely intriguing to see what that could be, and it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna come out of it. Now, the next thing, I am very fascinated and was really shocked that they even announced this, because I was not expecting something like this, but we got something very intriguing that I don't think we would ever thought would come into a Dragon Ball game itself, because we can make our own battles. I think that is so intriguing and interesting, because you get to literally make it more challenging for yourself, and the best part is that you can make your own openings and even title screens, which is so fascinating, and you get to play other people's what if stories, which that is just awesome and amazing, and you know for a fact they're trying to keep this game alive than just literally having just the normal, probably the tournament mode, or even just like the usual online battles, wherever the case may be for that. But I just think it's very fascinating that if you don't want to do online matches, or whatever the case is, you can just do these what if battles over and over and over again, and it will never get boring, of course, which is really good on their part for thinking that. So congrats to Bandai for like thinking that up, because personally I wasn't even thinking that, and that is a great idea. Now, to get to the main thing I do want to talk about, which is the local co-op, which they do explain in the video about like how the environments act and the wind and everything. Now, I do have a small little demo that I can show you guys, which is pretty much what networking is. Now, if you guys don't know exactly what networking is, it can literally be a local co-op, or you can play online, of course, with anybody. So pretty much what I'm showing right now is just, this is pretty much what it looks like when it doesn't work, and then here's the other one where it does work. So I just want to point out that you gotta put a lot of things into local co-op, and at the same time you gotta put like everything in, even for networking, because you gotta remember that the player needs to see the other person's screen, and also has to make sure that whatever you're doing, they also see that too. So that's why they said it is very, very difficult, because there's probably so much in the environments and everything. So we probably wouldn't really get all of that if they wanted more maps, or just bring the usual stuff over. We would probably get something that is less of special effects and all that in the game. So I can see why they think like maybe just do the hyperbolic time chamber for the time being. And of course, you never know, maybe down the line they might do some updates, or whatever the case is, and maybe they might bring in some more levels that might be a little more easier for them to do some more local co-op. So you never know what could happen for the time being. Now, going to a bunch of demos that we get to see all over YouTube, which first off, I do want to say thank everybody who put these demos up, because there is so much content into it to talk about, because even though the Bandai trailer talked about pretty much the mechanics in that, this really shows off a lot more than what we were expecting. I do want to point out there is tons of them that show ultimate moves for each character. We even get to see the character roster for the demo. Now, I do want to point out that's probably not the whole list of characters that you get to, but it is a very unique way of showing the characters for the character selection mode. So I think it's really cool how they did that with the animations of the characters dropping in. So that, I really think is really awesome. And also, we did get to also see Dr. Gero in the roster, plus also there was gameplay of it with Android 17 and 18 for it. So we do get to see another roster character show up, of of course. They would never, ever not do something like that. Why would they make something where they know for a fact that it's going to show up on the internet one way or another, and they know the fans are there to see what is going to happen next for that roster? And sure enough, they did. They gave us an extra character, and they even got to show us Hercule, which I love how they did that, because we finally get to see a character being shown that they can't really fly. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there is some things I will say that I feel like they kind of updated for the characters that can't fly properly, but I think it can still work out for the game, and I think they're just trying to balance it out. Now, speaking about Hercule, we do get to see the Tenkaichi Arena, which I think is so fascinating that they put this in the game, which is having cutscenes when you're about to do the ultimate attack, and you get to see the announcer pretty much telling everybody, get out of the way, this is going to explode. Like, they knew for a fact that this was going to be something. And I love how once you break the barrier for the tournament, you can go outside the arena and even go a little bit past the stadium. So I love how they did that, and that's just so fascinating that they did that. So that's one thing I think a lot of fans were not expecting. We were just thinking about an original tournament arena, and sure enough, they just had to upgrade it and make it way better for us. So, like, props to them for thinking something like that, and that is amazing. So, can't wait to actually play it. And other than that, besides just seeing gameplay and everything else that we've seen so far, I do have to say, everything that we got out of the last couple of days is just phenomenally amazing for this game, and it makes it even more rewarding to play this game. I've heard some people saying that they're a bit skeptical, but personally, I don't think it's that skeptical. I think it's probably going to give us something that we want. I'm not saying that it's going to be like a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely going to be like up there. Like, it's probably going to be either a 9.5 or a 9. Like, it's that good. So I can't wait to play this game, and I just can't wait to just see how it all goes and play local co-op, because I know for a fact one of my buddies wants to play the game with me, so I can't wait to do that with him. But yeah, other than that, like, to sum up this whole thing, we got so much, and it's just great, and it's amazing, and I just can't wait to see what else we're going to get out of this, because if they keep updating us till October, we're going to keep getting great news from this game that is going to keep getting more hyped up than ever before. So I can't wait for this game to come out in general, and hopefully you guys can't wait as well. And who knows, maybe we might end up actually playing against each other in the game. So that would be awesome at the same time. So, but anyways, guys, I will see you all, of course, in the next videos. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.